Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can update data in a CSV using batch script. So currently we have done the add for adding data to a CSV, then listing all those data from the CSV, and in this video we will see how we can update the data. Let's get into it. So I will create another script file. Let's call it update.bat, and in this and to update data we will be using the same loop that we have in the list. So in order to update data, we will be doing something like we will be looping through all the data that we have here, and we will be checking the data that we are required to update. Let's say I want to update the ali_3 age to from 23, let's say, to 33. So how we can do that? So first we will ask the user, like input the user or input the employee name that you want to update the data. Let's say you want to update the age of. So I will create a variable, let's say name, and that will be the name that I want to update the age. So here it is I want to, let's say, update the ali_3 age. So it is 23, and ali_3 is the name that I want to update, and this has the token b, which mean like the first one as the as we saw in the previous video when we were listing the data. So we have tokens from 1 to 4, and the b will be the name of the employee of the student. All right, so then we will be updating the data. So let's say I want to set the age of the ali_3 to let's say 45. And how we can do that? In order to update data to a CSV in batch, we can't directly um, update data to that specific file. We will need to create another temporary file where we will be storing the updated data, and after that once we write that updated data to the CSV, the temporary CSV, then we will be moving all the data from the temporary file to the original file. So that's how I will be updating the data in this CSV. So now we have the loop, so we will be using the same loop that we use in the list.bat file. So now if I save this and execute a script, that is update.bat. So here, as you can see, we are listing all the names of the employees. So we are interested in ali_3. So in order to compare that, we will use this variable to find out like if this is matching that, we will be updating that. So to do it, we will use condition like if vb is equal to the name variable, then we will like add app condition. So here let's print the name of the student as well as the age. So I will use the same token variables, and the c is the age as we have right here. So the b token contains the names, and the c contains the age of the employees or student, whatever you want to. So if I save this and execute the script again, it has some errors. So 23, think we can like add double quotes. Oh, it is not curly braces, small braces. So now if I echo the b token, which is the name, so if I save this and let's execute the script again, it displays nothing, which means it didn't found token. Then close in quotes, it does not display anything, which means this condition is never executed. Now let's add else condition to see if we have anything in the name period. So yeah, we have it. This condition is not true yet, so let's remove the quotes and remove the quotes from here. Yeah, here we go. So this is like here in the CSV we don't have quotes around each column or each token, and here I added the quotes while creating this variable. So now it works. Now, as I mentioned before, we will be in order to update data in the CSV, we will need to first store the updated data into a temp file, and after that write that data to the original file. So to add data to a temporary file, let's create a temp variable, and let's say this is temp.csv, and also we will check if not exist, and go ahead and create the temp file. If not exist the tmp, then go ahead and create the temp file. That's how we did in the previous video. Like if the data.csv does not exist, then go ahead and create that file. So now once that file is available, we can write the data that doesn't match and the data that matched that. So we will be first as I mentioned, we will be storing the data first in the temporary file, and after that we will be storing the data into the original that data.csv file. Here we need the name, age, and address. So we will do the same that we did in the add.csv file. So I can copy this to, let's format it well. And now here we will be passing the tokens that we have, except the edge that we want to update will be updated. So if I this is the B, and the edge that is the edge will be to the updated edge that we have right here. So and I have to remove the codes from here as well, otherwise it will add codes to the CSV as well. And so now the edge will be updated, and after that we will be updating the address, and the address is token D. So now we can print that as well. So if I comment this and comment this as well, and we will see the updated Ali underscore 3 record with the age of 45, and currently it has the 23 age. So now if I save this and execute the script again, here as you see Ali and the age is 45, and then something as the address. Alright, now we can save this data to the temporary file which is inside the temp variable. And if this is not the case, then we will just append that data as it is. So the name that this variable has, and the age that we read from the file, and the address as well. So now if I execute this script again and see the temporary file, it has added the double quotes. So now let's remove the temporary file and execute the script again. Still has double quotes, which means it added a temporary entry to this file. So what we can do is we can skip that line. So how we can do that? So if I add skip equal to, let's say, 1, and execute the script and see the temporary file. Oh, it updated it. We can once this execution is done, let's type that, and after that remove the CSV. So I'll do this, type it, and then delete the temp. So we will not having double data there. So if I execute it again, yeah, so here we have the single empty row there, so we need to remove that. If I set skip to true, yeah, so there we go. Now we are skipping that row. Actually it has every time you create a file, it adds temporary lines to it, and one we have it here as well. And once we are typing this data to the original file, we will also see this empty line. So now we can actually write this to the original file. So if I go to update and just instead of just typing it to a terminal, we can add this to the original file, that is csv underscore file, yeah, csv underscore file. And if I save this and execute the script and see the original file, yeah, here we go, we have updated the age of the Ali underscore 3 record or employee. So now this is how we might update the CSV. Now here instead of setting the variable manually, we can ask user, like enter the let's say name is equal to enter employee name to update, and then like we can ask if enter the age of the employee you want to update. So if I set age is equal to enter employee updated age, let's say, and if I save this and execute the script again to ask for name, so the name is Ali underscore 3, and I want to age the age let's say to 20, and executed the script, and we have the updated age right here. Yeah, so that's how you might update the data. Now here that looks a little bit weird, because we are creating another file and then deleting that temporary file, as this is going to work for large file, because we are currently have only 5 rows in this. So let's add a whole bunch of rows and see if this works. Let's add a whole bunch of rows with the script as well. So in the add, let's create a loop where it will be adding, like here I added underscore 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 instead of the in this we can add like a loop that will be automatically doing this. So let's try that. I will comment this and I will add for loop, added a simple loop. So now if I echo that x, let's execute the add dot. I will clear the screen and add dot wait. And yeah, so what I want to do is instead of just adding underscore, I think we can add this as well. So like that will be like adding underscore and then then a variable that is x, and the same thing, age will be constant. In the address we can also add underscore as well. So this is like just how we can how you can see the pack data in CSV. So if I and this loop does the same simple thing, like start from 1, add each time you execute a loop, add 1 and goes to up to 100. So let's save this and execute the add.bat again. Let's say you want to name Ali, and age will be, let's say, 30, and the address is let's add something, and I can type quickly. Now it is added. So if I check this file, now here we have 100 records. Now if I let's say I want to add 10,000 records, and see the point I want to show you guys here is like, is this going to work in the large files? Like, you might have a lot of data. So if I execute the same thing again, Ali and 30, and address is something, and let's see if that is going to work. Now that is done. So let's see how much size this has. So let's see in Explorer. Now the size is still 27 kilobytes, which is I think nothing. So let's execute the update.bat, which will, we want, let's say, update the data of some record. So if I type update.bat, let's say update Ali underscore 100, and update the age to 50, and let's see how this is going to work. As you can see, it takes time to loop to all the data and store it in the temp file. As you can see, the temp profile is still here, and now it is done. So as you can see how much time it takes to handle large amount of data. So if I see that record is updated or not, so if I type search for 50, and yeah, not this one, it was, I think, Ali underscore 100. Yeah, the age is updated successfully, but the time it took was very, we can consider this slow, because we are adding another file and then updating the original data to the original CSV. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.